Hey everyone, it's Jim from Radio Wasteland Records, and it is time once again for our weekly check into some of the new releases headed to an independent record store near you. And as we head into the fall, holy cow, we're kicking off October with a huge list. According to our sources, there are over 650 releases scheduled to come out this week. Now, that doesn't mean that everything's going to make it on time, especially to smaller stores like ours, but the full list is here for us to take a look at. We're only going to check over the highlights, and if you'd like to see the full list and take your time to go through it, head over to our website at radiowastelandrecords.com. From there, just look for the upcoming releases, and you can separate them out by week. We'll also put a link directly to this coming week's releases in the description below, so that'll save some time for you searching around for it. You can just click on that link and check everything out to your heart's desire. Now, the list is so big this week because Rhino is front-loading their Rocktober releases all at the beginning of the month. Not everything, but most of them. And we'll get to those in a second. I've got kind of an idea why they're doing that differently this year. But first, let's check out some of the new releases and new compilations scheduled for release on Friday, October 6th, 2023. And we're starting off with a really big one from Van Halen. This is a box set called The Collection 2. Now, this box set spotlights Van Halen's second incarnation, of course, with Sammy Hagar as the lead singer. So this new set includes newly remastered versions of 4 multi-platinum studio albums done with Hagar, along with a selection of rarities recorded between 1989 and 2004. All of the music in this box set was mastered directly from the original master tapes, and the process was overseen by the band's longtime engineer, Don Landy. So the Collection 2 picks up where a previous box set left off, that of course being the David Lee Roth era, and covers 4 consecutive #1 albums released during the Hagar era. This includes 5150, OU812, For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge, and Balance. Now this set rounds out with the Studio Rarities 1989 through 2004, an exclusive compilation that assembles 8 gems from the Hagar era for the very first time. So this is a big 5 LP box set called the Collection 2 from Van Halen, coming in at a list price of $125. Side note for those of you who shop locally at our store in Midland, Michigan, if this is something you'd like, please pre-order it. I'm not sure how limited these are going to be, and I think we've only got 1 or 2 extras coming in, so if you'd like to make sure you get one, please let us know. Also on the new release side, we've got something from Dogstar. This is called Somewhere Between the Power Lines and Palm Trees. Now, Dogstar, if you're not familiar with it, is a project from Keanu Reeves. In fact, he is the bassist for the band, and our description says it epitomizes the quintessential Southern California storytelling rock band. Now, this is Dogstar's 3rd studio album and their first in over 2 decades. So there's 2 vinyl variations of this, a black vinyl version listing for about $27, and an indie exclusive of Somewhere Between the Power Lines and Palm Trees by Dogstar. This one also listing for about $27. Looks to be on green vinyl, by the way. New stuff on the indie side, this one from Sufjan Stevens, and it's called Javelin. This is Stevens' first solo album of songs since 2020's The Ascension, and his first in full solo singer-songwriter mode since 2015. 2 vinyl variations of this, Javelin on black vinyl listing for about $27, and an indie exclusive, they're calling this Lemonade vinyl, so I'm assuming it's going to be, well, yellowish. This one coming in at a list price of also $28. And finally, on the new-ish side, we've got a Dark Side of the Moon Redo, this one from Roger Waters, coming from his lockdown sessions where he started re-recording some of the earlier Floyd stuff. This one, though, is to help celebrate the 50th anniversary of Dark Side of the Moon, and these are some scaled back and different versions reimagined by Waters, and he's really just kind of hoping to beat the 50th anniversary single reissue of Dark Side coming out the week after. So this is kind of a big one, and there are 2 vinyl variations. The black vinyl version of the Dark Side of the Moon Redo from Roger Waters, listing for about $43. And there is an indie exclusive on blue vinyl coming out as well. This one also listing for $43. On the reissue front, as mentioned at the top of the episode today, we have got a lot of Rhino releases coming in for their Rocktober. Now, normally Rocktober releases are spread out throughout the month, with releases coming each week on a Friday. But for some reason this year, Rhino stacked everything pretty much in the first of the month. Now, there are some other stragglers coming up later on, and we'll cover those in the weeks to come here on this new release show. But for some reason, again, I think that this is because they wanted to hedge their bets in case there were delays. That way they could still say, well, this is just delayed a week, and it's still coming out in October. But really, they are just jam-packing this Rocktober list early on for release on the 6th. So we're going to blow through these fairly quickly. Feel free to stop and pause and go back if you need to, but we're going to zoom through them because there are so many coming out on the 6th. So kicking things off, we're kicking out the jams with a trio from the MC5. 3 of them, in fact, from the Michigan Rockers. The first, Kick Out the Jams, is on clear vinyl with red and black splatter. This one coming in at a list price of $25. We can also look forward to Back in the USA on clear vinyl and High Time on clear vinyl with some yellow splatters in there as well. So all 3 of these Rocktober releases from the MC5 listing for about $25. We can also look forward to a reissue of Inagata Devita from Iron Butterfly on clear vinyl, $25 also. One from Buffalo Springfield. This is, again, it is a mono version of that. This one listing for $25 and also on clear vinyl. And we've got Astral Weeks from Van Morrison. This one on olive colored vinyl and listing also for $25. Then we've got a bigger one. This is a reissue of The Last Waltz from the band. This is a triple LP set. What a great album this is also, by the way. This one coming in at a list price of $60 and it is on black vinyl. Onward we go with the rock and roll and a pair from Bad Company, a reissue of Bad Company's self-titled on clear vinyl for $25, and a clear vinyl version of 10 from 6, the Bad Company Greatest Hits album. This one coming in at a list price also of $25. Foreigner, also on clear vinyl. Are you guys sensing a theme here? Self-titled from Foreigner, listing for $25 as a Rocktober release. Then a pair from the Talking Heads. We've got True Stories coming on red vinyl and Little Creatures, this one coming on blue vinyl. Both of these Rocktober releases from the Talking Heads, by the way, listing for $25. I think in a week or two, we can expect the album Naked from the Talking Heads as another Rocktober release down the line. Here's a reissue of the Hunting High and Low from Aha, this coming on orange vinyl and listing for $25. Then Matchbox 20, Yourself or Someone Like You. This is on crystal clear diamond vinyl. Not sure how that's different from clear vinyl, but that's what we're being told this is. This one coming in at $25 as well. Then we've got a double LP reissue of Thank You from the Stone Temple Pilots. This one was a compilation originally from 2003, including some of the band's biggest hits like Vaseline, Plush, Interstate Love Song, Creep, and many, many others. This double LP on blue vinyl coming in at a list price of $35. Another crystal clear diamond vinyl, this one coming from Portugal the Man, and the album is Woodstock. We've got a $25 price tag on this one. And then we're wrapping up the Rocktober 6th releases, see what I did there, with some compilations. First up is Yes Singles, or Yes Singles if you want to say it like that, on yellow, orange, and black splatter vinyl. Now this is a brand new singles compilation of the band's A-side singles for the very first time on vinyl. Includes stuff like Roundabout, Owner of a Lonely Heart, Starship Trooper, Life Seeker, and many more. This one again on colored vinyl. Looks to be kind of a cool cover on there. I think that might be a die-cut cover, but I'll have to check for sure. But the list price on this one is, again, $25. Then we've got a Cars Greatest Hits on clear vinyl. Looks to be some red splatter in there as well, $25 on that one. And a reissue of the Best of ZZ Top, that cool compilation, coming on blue vinyl. This one also listing for $25. And one more comp reissue, and this one is the Monkees Greatest Hits on yellow vinyl. Some very cool stuff indeed. This one also at a list price of $25. And then finally, a big one to wrap up the October 6th Rocktober releases. We've got Madison Square Garden, New York from March 9th, 1981. This, of course, a Grateful Dead concert. This one looks to be a 5 LP box set, and the price is reflective of that, coming in at a suggested list of $125. So again, that's the big, quick list of the October 6th Rocktober releases from Rhino. There will be a few more in the weeks to come. Personally speaking, I think it's going to be a miracle if they get all of these out at once on the 6th, but that could very well be their plan, because that gives them the rest of the month to cushion to get them out if there is a delay. But right now, everything looks good. So if you need something from that Rocktober list, they do go quickly. Please let us know here at the store or contact your local independent record store and make sure you've got a pre-order in just to make sure that you get what you're looking for. Now on to the remainder of the reissues, and there still is a bunch of them for October 6th, including a pair from Tom Waits. We get Black Rider. This one is a 30th anniversary reissue, 180 gram black vinyl listing for about $30. And then we can also look forward to Bone Machine. This also on 180 gram black vinyl. I do believe it's black vinyl. They're not saying otherwise. Also at a list price of $30. For you punk side folks, here we have Super Fuzz Big Muff from Mudhoney, coming on yellow vinyl. This is also an anniversary edition, originally released in 1988. So this one from Mudhoney coming in at a list price of $25. 10th anniversary edition from Run the Jewels. This is Run the Jewels. It is a double LP coming on split colored vinyl. This one listing a little heavy, coming in at a list price of $50. Oh, and by the way, the special 10th anniversary edition of this Run the Jewels has the original album and an instrumental album packaged in that double gate fold sleeve with split colored vinyl. Again, listing for about $50. Here we have a reissue of the Cowboy Junkies and Lay It Down. This one was originally released in 1996, and this will list for about $27. A whole slew of reissues coming from Mac Miller. We'll run through these as quickly as we can here. We've got Circles coming on silver vinyl, that one listing for $40. Good, G-O-O-D-A-M, Good AM, this one listing for $35 on green vinyl. Swimming is also an anniversary edition on here. This one, holy cow, coming in at a list price of $80. We'll have to get some more details onto why that one is so expensive, but it looks to include some extra goodies in there. And then the Divine Feminine also, this one on light blue vinyl listing for about $35. Now, one that's not pictured here is a 10th anniversary edition of Watching Movies with the Sound Off, also from Mac Miller. We didn't get a cover image on that one, but this one is being called a deluxe edition of that album on the 10th anniversary listing for about $66. And finally, we've got a newish one. This is the NPR Music Tiny Desk Concert from Mac Miller. So this is a nifty little recorded live album. If you've not seen the Tiny Desk Concert series, those are always pretty cool. So this one coming in at a list price of $28, looks to be on blue vinyl. Yet another anniversary edition, this one coming from Falling in Reverse, and the album is Fashionably Late. Originally released in 2008, this reissue coming in at a list price of $27. Going way back on this one, coming from Cleopatra Records, this is Naz from The Naz, the first album from Todd Rundgren's first group, coming on blue and red splatter vinyl. This one, by the way, originally released in 1968. Some very cool tunes on here, including Open My Eyes, and the original version of Hello, It's Me, done before Rundgren released that as a solo single. So again, The Naz coming from Cleopatra Records on blue and red splatter vinyl, listing for about $33. This should wrap up the Aerosmith reissues, but we've got now Draw the Line expected for the 6th. A black vinyl reissue of this coming in at a list price of about $30. And then to wrap things up, we've got a pair of blues albums. These reissues coming from Joe Bonamassa. We've got Blues Deluxe Remastered, a double LP edition. This is a 20th anniversary of his breakthrough best-selling independent album from 2003. This one coming in at a list price of about $35. It is on black vinyl. Again, double LP Blues Deluxe from Joe Bonamassa. Then we've also got Blues Deluxe Volume 2. This features 2 new originals from Bonamassa and 8 new covers of some of the most influential names in the blues business. So Bonamassa returns to his roots and gives new life to classic tracks that has informed his own artistry. 180 gram double LP on blue vinyl, this one from Joe Bonamassa, listing for about $26. And that is a very quick look at some of the new releases headed our way for Friday, October 6th, 2023. Again, I cannot stress enough, if you're local and you'd like some of these, especially the Rocktober releases, you need to let us know as soon as you can. That way we can be assured to get our requests in and hopefully get enough copies for everyone to get a hold of if they'd so like. So if you're local, please do that. Stop in, give us a call. If you're not local, head on over to our website at radiowastelandrecords.com. From there, you can peruse the entire list. You can place pre-orders to either have shipped directly to you or to pick up here in the store, your choice. But just head over to that website again, radiowastelandrecords.com, and check that out. Now, we will put a link directly to the full list of the October 6th releases in the description below. So make sure you click on that and you can go through everything that we were not able to include on this very brief list. So that is it. I'm going to take a deep breath. You folks have a great week, and we will talk to you next time from Radio Wasteland Records. Thanks for watching.